Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Giannis done dropped 40 on them. Bucks won by 20. Drew Holiday. Holiday season. Hey. Ooh, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Man. Hope y'all had a good weekend. Well, I had a lovely one. Your boy went down to Gulf Shores, Alabama. Hit the beach. Put my ugly looking LeBron toes in the sand. Whoa, boy, I had a good time. Man, the internet was trash down there. Man, the Wi-Fi was trash. But I don't think I would have went live anyway. I was enjoying spending time with the family. I wanted to, though. I was thinking about y'all, especially during that Conor fight. Did y'all see the Conor McGregor fight? Oh, Conor, he needs some milk. He needs some milk. Let's get right to it. Da-da-da, what's happening, YouTube? It's Hush Boy. The YouTube and the Hush Boy Sport. Man, I missed y'all, man. What's going on? Redact. Drew is back. You ain't told no lies. Boy, he a legend. Didn't he dominate 41? Austin, I see you. Yeah, man, McGregor, man. Good God almighty. Man, the internet was so trash at the little place we were staying. I couldn't hook up to my stream that I normally watch the games and the fights on. Last minute, I went to Twitter, just typed in McGregor live, and the stream popped up. I got on the stream just in time, right before the first round. And it was looking bad for McGregor early. He probably going to lose the fight anyway. Then he broke his leg. Didn't nobody want to see that. But let's get to some basketball. The Bucks. I told y'all that the Bucks are going to be a completely different team when they got at home. And I told y'all an NBA final series, any series period, really don't start till the away team wins, till the road team wins. Yes, the Bucks were cooking Austin with hot grease. They were looking good all over. Let's look at the stats right quick. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 14 for 23, 41 points. 0 for 2 from the three-point line, 13 for 17 from the free throw line. That's what I'm talking about. 13 rebounds, 4 of them offensive. They couldn't stop him down there in the paint. He just, 6 assists and a steal. Good God. Then we got Drew Holiday. Holiday season. Hey! Now that's how you supposed to shoot. From now on, that's how you shoot. Drew Holiday, 8 for 14, 21 points. 5 for 10 from the three-point line. 5 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 steal, and a block. Good God. Chris Middleton had a decent game. He was 6 for 14, 18 points. Nice. 3 for 7 from the three-point line, 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 1 offensive, 6 assists, and a steal. Nice stats right there. So the big three, we got 41 from Giannis, 18 from Chris, 21 from Drew. Bobby Portis had 11 off the bench. That's right, 11. He was 4 for 11 from the field. 1 for 3 from the three-point line, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 4 of them offensive, 1 assist. And shout out to, let me give Pat some props. Because I've been hating on Pat. Pat, I was wrong. I see you out there doing your job. He played different at home. He played better. He was 3 for 5, had 8 points, but everything he did don't show up on the stat sheet. Also, PJ Tucker was doing the same thing out there. Some big offensive rebounds for him. He was 3 for 5 also. He had 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 of them offensive, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Now, let's look at the Bucks. And let me go ahead and let me come to the chat real fast, see what y'all talking about. And let me drop this link in case you want to come talk about it. Yes, they had to win this game. They had to. And I kind of had a feeling they were going to win this game. Now, game 4 going to be different. They got to win game 4 too. And the Suns, they got to steal one. They need to steal game 4. But the Bucks, man, I like the way they was looking. Okay, go and get ready to come on in here. I'm curious for the home games. Are favorable refs selected? Probably so. Probably so. You know, it's all about the refs. And they were letting the Bucks get away with murder down there. I seen one time Giannis just overbacked on Devin Booker, just took the rebound from him. Refs didn't call nothing. Giannis went back up and won. Like, they gotta make the series interesting. They gotta make it interesting. And if you want somebody to win, the refs control the game. If they want a certain team to win, they gonna win. But the Suns wasn't making it any easier on themselves. They were playing against the Bucks, the refs, and themselves because they wasn't hitting nothing. Now, the Suns usually wetter than that thing behind the three-point line. The Bucks as a team were 14 for 36 from the three-point line. The Suns usually hit, 15 or 23s a game. Not this game. They were only 9 for 31 from the three-point line. And Jay Crowder hit 6 of those threes. Jay Crowder, he came ready to play. Jay Crowder was 6 for 7 from the field, and they were all threes. He was 6 for 7 from the three-point line, 18 points. Chris Paul, 8 for 14, 19 points. 1 for 4 from the three-point line, 2 for 3 from the free throw line. 9 assists, 1 steal. Devin Booker had a nightmare of a game. 3 for 14 from the field. One more time. Devin Booker was 3 for 14 from the field. 1 for 7 from the three-point line. 10 points. That's Chris Middleton numbers. 10 points. 3 for 5 from the free throw line. 6 rebounds, 2 of them offensive, 2 assists. That ain't gonna cut it. That ain't gonna cut it. DeAndre Ayton had a good game. He was 8 for 11, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 2 of them offensive, 2 steals. Mikal Bridges only 2 for 4, 4 points. 0 for 2 from the three-point line, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Cameron Johnson dunked all on PJ Tucker. It's the dunk of the final so far. Good God, the man got the ball at half court and just a full running start and jump from like a step and a half in from the free throw line and just dunked all on PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker tried to take a charge for his team and was close to getting it, but man, they didn't call it. And boy, man, PJ got dunked on. the play of the night in a losing effort. But Cameron Johnson was 5 for 11 from the field, 14 points. Decent game. 1 for 5 from the 3-point line, though. Man, that ain't too good. 3 for 3 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 1 of them offensive, and a block. Torrey Craig, 1 for 5, 2 points. Cameron Payne, 3 for 10, 7 points. Frank Kaminsky, 3 for 5, 6 points. Like the Bucks dominated this game. Like you could really tell this game that the Suns small. They small in the paint. And the Bucks exploited that. Brook Lopez out there taking the ball from the 3-point line all the way to the rack, slow dribbling, Euro stepping, fillet. Easy layups. The Bucks can. I like seeing Chris Middleton drive to the hole a little bit more. I like seeing that too. But Drew Holiday, that's the X factor. That meant every time the Suns would come back, because Bucks had like a double-digit lead, 20-point lead at one point. Suns cut it all the way down to like 5. Chris Middleton, 3. Well, bam. Chris Middleton, not Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, 3. Step back threes. Well, bam. Another 3. Drew Holiday. Well, bam. He was, every time the Suns get close, Drew Holiday pull off. Hit a couple threes, then Giannis would just come down, dunk, Euro step, layup. Oh, and bring my boy Austin in so he can talk about it. I can't do this by myself, man. What's up?
What's up? What's happening, Hush?
Man, how you doing, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Man, talk to me, man. Tell me something good and stick with it.
Hush, we keep shooting ourselves in the foot. Drew Holiday was out there like Kobe tonight. Out there wetter than that thing. Man, the man was out there like, not only can I play defense, but I can shoot that thing too.
Yes. Giannis, now, go ahead.
Giannis was, he said, my teammates have got to be better. He called them out. Giannis said, I need help. I can't do this all by myself. And Drew Holiday's like, okay, Giannis, message proceed. How do you like me giving you these raindrops?
He was dropping them off, man.
And Chris Middleton, he did a good job tonight too. He had a pretty stellar game. Could have been better, but he did enough to help Giannis win. I mean, when Drew Holiday is shooting like that, Hush, it's a wrap.
Yes. And that's what he's been trying to do the whole series. He's been trying to get loose. But, his shot just hasn't been falling. But this game, though, he's ready for the moment. Drew Holiday's ready for the moment.
I mean, and you can tell, whenever he got the ball, he is. I think Drew Holiday is one of the most underrated NBA players to date. Not a lot of people give him credit. He's what I like to call a 5-tool player. He can do just about anything. He can score, he can rebound, he can pass, and he's a great defender. I think, I think Drew Holiday has finally found his home in Milwaukee. I think he fits well with this team.
Mm-hmm. Bobby Portis too.
Man, Bobby Portis is a ball of energy.
Austin, they wondering who your favorite team is.
For NBA?
Yeah.
The OKC Thunder.
Okay.
Been OKC Thunder since 2013. Through the good and the bad.
Okay. Die hard.
Hmm. Now, I will not lie. I, I do follow CP3 wherever he goes. I will confess that. I do. Because CP3 is my favorite player of all time.
Now
I mean, just
he
like you
seemed
was.
like the only one that was focused tonight.
Mhm.
Everybody else
And
was kind of, startled, being in that Bucks arena.
mhm. I mean, kind of like you with Steven Hush. I mean, you follow Steven wherever he goes. That's what I
Facts.
do for CP3. CP3, I follow him wherever he goes too. And I watch Big Steve O too. But I tell you what, Steven Adams would be impressed. Did you see Brooke Lopez out there strong manning people tonight?
Yes, that's
That
how I want to see Steven working out there.
Brooke Lopez, I don't know if you saw it or not. They shot a three, missed it. Brooke Lopez was like a tree out there. He grabbed the rebound, and, and God bless his heart. Cam Payne tried to knock it out of his hands, and Brooke Lopez is like, "You got to reach higher," and he just laughed at him, and he tapped him, did like this to his head, and they just laughed about it.
Like Brooke Lopez, to me, in my opinion, he's the perfect NBA center. He's big,
Mm-hmm.
strong, tall. He can shoot the three, and he's agile. He's athletic. He's not the most athletic, but he can move. He can jump, catch them alley oops, finish at the rim. Can dribble the ball. He drove from the left wing all the way to the rack. Somebody was on him. It didn't even matter. He just stretched right over him. Finished. The Suns are too small for the Bucks. They have to continue to use that as an advantage. And
Yeah,
Drew
where was
Holiday
that?
has to keep shooting like he's shooting. Him and Middleton.
Where was that game 1 and 2?
It's just
The ref.
they were away. It's just how it is. You play completely different home and away. Now, if Bucks can win this game 4, it's a brand
Mhm.
new series. It's 0-0, and they got the momentum. This next game is going to tell it a lot.
It is. It's gonna be good.
Ooh, it's going to be a good one. I think it's what is it, Wednesday too? And man, listen, is Giannis Antetokounmpo a human? That man ain't even supposed to be walking, Austin.
I know, and he's out there dunking it and running and blocking like he
He
ain't lost
dropped
a
40
step.
or he dropped 41. Any other
Yeah,
NBA
I was,
player wouldn't even be playing.
and I don't know if you saw the statistic. Giannis is one of 3 players in NBA history to drop 40 points in back-to-back games. He joins LeBron James and Kevin
Shaq.
Durant
Oh, I thought it was Shaq.
and
Oh, my
Shaq.
bad.
It is
God,
Shaq. Never mind, make it. That's
this
elite
man is
company. LeBron
crazy.
James. It is elite company. Hush. Kevin Durant, LeBron James, and Shaq for back-to-back 40 games.
Somebody said in the
You
chat
know how
earlier,
hard
we
that.
watching a legend in the making.
We are. We're watching it. We're watching a legend in the making. And Giannis is. And here's the thing. Giannis's hero step. If he gets going downhill, he is like
Golly.
a freight train.
You see that Euro step he put on Mikal Bridges? He looked like
Oh,
D
it was
Wade doing a
nasty.
Euro step out there.
Like, how do you stop that? How do you stop that, Hush? How? How? Like,
And
I would
just
like
think
to
he
know.
ain't even healthy. Just imagine if he was healthy.
Hush, I think the gods have lowered above and put their hands on that man's knee, and blessed him. The God above has blessed him.
The Greek Freak, man. He got the right name. Because the way that leg
And
bent back
here's
like
the thing.
that, mm,
Yeah. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And here's the thing. He's not even showing any signs of it being injured.
that's what I'm
Like
saying.
most
Every
of the
time he
time,
fall, I'm like, oh man, he might not get up. He just, man, he get up like it ain't nothing.
and I don't know. Maybe it's because he's young, maybe still, and he doesn't have the wear and tear on his body yet, like LeBron does, or maybe like a
Mm-mm.
CP3 does.
Yeah, that and the man is in shape. He in shape,
I
man.
mean,
He been working out, so he can recover
I,
quicker.
I mean, everybody's in shape. I mean,
He's a genetic freak. That's why they call him the Greek
now
freak. He's
now,
blessed.
hush. I know we've been given love, but we gotta talk about what in the world happened to Devin Booker.
I told
That
y'all
man,
the way the Clippers was playing defense on him and was damn near shutting him down. He was struggling against them Clippers against Patrick Beverly. Was giving him trouble. Them Bucks, I had a feeling them Bucks were gonna give him trouble too.
I mean,
But he's not gonna have another
speaking,
shooting game like that. He's not gonna shoot the ball bad like that. Not that bad. 3 for 14, 10 points.
no, not even
But
close.
man, they had that defense on him. No, they was hounding him.
I mean, they were hounding him. I mean, the Suns tonight looked normal, looked normal, like they come back to earth. And
Looks like what the
there'll be a
Bucks
lot.
doing. They doing the opposite thing of what I said, which makes I said which makes more sense. They letting CP3 beat them. I said they should shut down CP3 and try to let Devin Booker beat them. But they shutting
Mhm.
down Devin Booker and making CP3 beat them.
Either way works. Either way works. Now, hush. I know what we're gonna hear tomorrow. We're gonna hear everyone blast the Suns, saying, "Oh, the Suns are frauds. They need people to be injured to beat somebody." No, that's not the case. Like I'm sick and tired of people giving that excuse. It's ridiculous. It drives me nuts that they think the Suns are frauds. If the Suns were frauds, they wouldn't even be in this moment right now. The Suns are as legit as it gets. Everybody had a chance. I, I just don't get it.
The Bucks are just good too. The Bucks are a good team too. We got the two
Like that's
best
the thing.
teams from each conference in these finals right now. We ain't got nothing to complain about. These are the best two
Yeah,
teams.
but all I hear Stephen A, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp saying, "Oh, if the Nets were fully healthy, the Nets would run through the East and they would be sweeping the Suns."
Well, you know
And I'm
what?
sick of it.
If was a fifth, we'd all be drunk right now. This ain't 2K. This real life. NBA players gonna
And
get hurt, and they should know that.
and that's the thing. I don't get about these guys. Not everybody body makes it healthy. There's gonna be injuries. I mean, look at the year the Miami Heat won their first championship. I mean, they 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 had injured teams they beat. So does that make their dynasty any less impressive? Or how about the year the Bulls went back to back? They dealt with an injury teams that they played in the East. Does that make their dynasty less impressive? No, it's part of the game.
Or the
And I
Warriors, the
don't
Golden State Warriors. When they got their
exactly.
first ring, when Kawhi got hurt, Kawhi was killing them. The Spurs winning by 20. Then Kawhi went down. They did the Spurs get swept that series? I
Hmm.
know. I think they may have got swept or won one game, but that first game, it may have been the first game. Spurs were up by 20. Then Kawhi went
Hmm.
down. That's when they changed the rule when you can't run under the shooters when they shoot. Turned his
Which is a
ankle.
good rule.
It's
Which
a
is a
great
good
rule.
rule. Because if I'm going up to shoot, I want my space to land. because I don't want my ankle to be broken or get turned.
That was the dirtiest stuff that I've ever seen on the NBA court. I don't know if Zaza got fined for that, but that was some dirty basketball right there. And they
That,
wasn't even calling fouls. They was not
yeah,
calling that a foul.
but hush, we do have to say though, back to the game, DeAndre Ayton, he was shooting good tonight. He went, I think, what, 7 for 10?
Yep, yep. I apologize. He also
He,
came to play.
I mean, he played good. If 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 he was consistent, like that's been his problem all year. He's not consistent. He's like
Mm-hmm.
Chris Middleton. He, like he'll get your rebounds for you, and he'll put them back or he'll take a floater. He's kind of like Steven, you know. He's there for
Yeah,
your
yeah.
rebounds and your putbacks. But I
Mm-hmm.
think the one thing that maybe that separates the two is I think Steven might be a little bit more stronger. Might be.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I think DeAndre Ayton's he's better offensively.
Hmm. Not to say Steven's a bum when it comes to offense. Steven needs more weapons in his repertoire. But DeAndre Ayton, he had a good night. You know, all kudos to him. Did Cam Johnson hush? He wanted a poster
He
tonight.
got one. He got one, man.
He
He
called him
dunked all
one,
on PJ Tucker.
and they tried. And PJ Tucker wanted him to challenge that, and the referees is like, they were like, we can't take this back. That's a beautiful poster.
Like PJ, he turned just a little bit when he made contact. If he'd have stayed straight and fell straight back, maybe he'd been good. But like he turned a little bit when Cam made contact with him, and that's why I think they called a charge. Man, it was
Mm-hmm.
man when he dunked it, man, I yelled so loud, scared everybody in the house.
He, Hush, he had a purpose. But Hush, I will have to agree with you. You were right. The Milwaukee Bucks game 3 looked energized. They looked like they were ready to play the finals now. I think your theory about the home teams coming to play, I think you're right on that theory. Because the Bucks tonight look like that they could run up 100K. They were out there shooting it. They were out there getting in defenders' faces. I mean, especially Drew Holiday. He was like a pesky gnat to Devin Booker. He and Devin Booker was just frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where CP3 needs to come in a little bit is be like, hey Book, calm down. You know, you know, he's because Drew Holiday setting up shop in his head, I think tonight, and it got in his head. And I think CP3, his job tonight, you know, he's the team leader. He should have said, guys, calm down. You know, we're on the road. This is a different environment. We're not in Phoenix anymore. He he just needs to calm him down game 4 and say, hey, you know, everyone chill. Know to be fine.
You don't need to panic.
Don't need to panic.
But the Suns,
Keep shooting.
you got to get the Bucks credit though, because the Suns were coming back. They were coming back. But Drew Holiday happened. He started hitting them threes on them. Drew was hitting shots tonight. That was the difference. Giannis gonna give you 40, but we Drew Holiday and like you, it is a difference when you're at home when you got 10,000 fans behind you just cheering for you. It's different. You turned up. I can only imagine how hype it is when you hit a shot and everybody just going crazy. When Giannis hit one of those dunks, that crowd was crunk up in there tonight. Crunk.
Wrong. They were all into it. So let me ask you this: do you think Devin Booker is going to have another game like this, or do you think this was just his one-off night?
I think this is one-off night. He might have one more in him like that, but I don't think it'll be this bad. I think no way he scores 10 points or less in any other game this series. No way.
No, I mean Drew Holiday played really good defense on him, but as you said, it should just be his one-off night, and next game he could have a 30-point triple double for all we know. That would be
Yes.
something, but
Go ahead.
CP3 tonight, CP3, he looked a little off too tonight. Like he was hitting his shots, but he was like, he seemed like he was half there and half wasn't. Like I
I
don't think he
told you
lost
if
the
you want
moment.
I told you if you want to
Go
stop
ahead.
CP3, you got to make him finish at the rim with a hand in his face. That's when he gonna struggle. You can't just let him get to a spot and shoot a shot.
I don't think CP3 was like, screw it, this is a throwaway game. I don't think that at all. I think he was locked in. His shot wasn't falling either. And when you're a 5'10", 5'9" guy out there among 6'2", 3 trees, it's kind of hard, to get your shot sometimes.
Who 5'9"?
CP3,
Oh man, hell no. CP3 at least about 6'2", 6'3", 5'9".
CP3 ain't 5'9".
Hell no,
We
no.
got
He can't be. Hell no. He dunking out there. 5'9".
we gotta Google this. Hush, we gotta Google this.
I'm
It's
Google.
time for
I'm
Google.
in the Google game. He's 6 feet tall.
6 feet tall. That's
That's shorter than I
close.
thought he was.
I thought he was 5'11", to be honest with you.
He might be. He might be closer to 5'11".
But what did you think of Chris Middleton's game tonight? You think
I think
it? Go ahead.
decent, and that's what they need
Decent.
from him. They don't need anything lesser than that.
20 points.
Yeah, I think he had about 19, 20, something like that. That's what he need to be. No less than that, and he'd be that or higher.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we already talked about Drew Holiday, Giannis's game, Chris Middleton's. The three. Was there anybody tonight that you saw that really stood out to you on the Bucks besides them three? That that they had
Crazy
that
eyes. Crazy eyes. Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis got to be out there for the Bucks, man. How many minutes he played tonight? I like Bobby. He played 18 minutes. 4 for 11. I like Bobby. Mm-hmm. And Brook Lopez. Both of them had 11.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you heard this or not, but Bobby Portis had 3 offers because he was a free agent before he came to Milwaukee. He had an offer to go to the Wizards for 5 years for $100 million, and he turned that down to come on a 2-year, $30 million deal to play here in Milwaukee. He chose the Bucks over that $100 million 5-year contract. And I think he had an offer to play for the Mavs for like a year and $10 million.
He turned down $100 million.
5 years, $100 million. They were talking about it, and he said he felt like Milwaukee was the place to be.
That man got his priorities in order.
I mean, Let me
Because
ask you,
Bobby's
Hush, if you
still
would have,
young. Bobby's still young. He ain't in his prime yet. And this right here is just gonna build his stock up. This was smart though, because if he was greedy, he would have went on and got that money now. But he see an opportunity to win a championship, and he does have an opportunity to win that. He still can come back around, double back, and get that bread.
I just saw something in the
What
chat.
was
They asked
Bobby
what Bobby
Portis was with the he was with the Knicks last year, wasn't
Bulls.
he?
The
Bulls.
Bulls.
Yeah, because
Mm-hmm.
he remember Bobby knocked his partner out. He knocked his teammate out in practice and broke his jaw.
Ooh.
That Nico that used to play for the Pelicans. The dude Murdoch, he's like a European player.
Belly.
That might be his name. No, not Melly. Not the dude who played for the Pelicans this past year. Not Melly. Nurkic or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he broke his teammate job. But go ahead. What you gonna say about Bobby?
Um, I like Bobby Portis. He's energy, but I kind of agree with his decision too to come to Milwaukee. You know, I think if he would have went to Washington, I'm not saying he would have been a bad fit there. I don't think he would have been what they were looking for.
I mean, he would have hooped out. You know what I'm saying? He would have balled with the Wizards. But
Hmm.
Bobby know if he want to win a championship, he probably would have started with the Wizards. Now he coming off the bench. But
But
he
here's
know
the thing, though.
he won a championship. He's team
But
oriented. He ain't just about just getting the money.
but he's making the sacrifice, Hush. He's making the sacrifice. Sometimes you gotta ask yourself, is it gonna be worth it? And
Mm.
look where it's got him. He turned down $100 million 5 year, and he would have gotten $50 million of that guaranteed over the next 3 years. And he turned that down to take a 2 year, $30 million
Yeah,
deal.
because man, it's still 30 million, you know what I'm saying? And he know he don't want to look back at his career and be like, what if? He don't want to if I would have went to the Bucks, I may have would have got a ring. And he seen his opportunity. He made the right decision. And that's that dude's name right there. That's the dude's name that Bobby Portis knocked out in practice. Man, that was on the Bulls together. Yeah. Bobby Portis hit him in practice, broke his jaw. I don't know what he said to that man. But like the Bulls the Bulls are gonna be straight that year. But after that incident, they sent him I guess old dude got his jaw broke, didn't want to be on the team anymore. And I wouldn't want to be on the team with Bobby no more. I think he done broke my jaw like that. So he went to the Pelicans, I think.
Bobby Portis
Allegedly.
was a goon.
He still is. He still is. He was young back then. You know what I'm saying? He got a little older now. But I'm sure, Bobby still will break somebody's jaw. They act right. They act wrong. They ain't in line with his respect. Bobby gonna throw them hands.
Now, Hush, back to the game, so to speak. Like, the Bucks? The Bucks, they have a lot of players, I feel like the Bucks, if they didn't make the finals this year, I don't know if you got this sense, but if the Bucks didn't make the finals this year, I think Giannis would have been, kind of fed up and been like, come on, guys. Did you feel that sense of urgency
Yes.
when they went out and got Bobby and Drew Holiday and all these other players? Did you feel that like there's like tension like if we don't make it this year, Giannis might say, "Here's my pink slip. I'm gone. I'm going to somewhere where I can win." I might go join Braun in L.A. or I might go join KD in Brooklyn. And the Bucks didn't want
Curry
that.
and Golden State. That's what was trying to get him. Curry now. And that's all the bait they would have needed. Like, Giannis, you can't win one in Milwaukee, but if you come over here, we got you. But I feel like now the Bucks done got close enough that even if they don't win it this year, they still can keep him there. They have a better chance of keeping him there. I ain't saying he'll for sure stay with them, but the percentages just went up drastically. But the Bucks got a chance to win it this year if they play the way they played tonight.
And that's the thing too. I feel like the Bucks making the finals kind of like eased everything, and it was like, okay, maybe we can relax a little bit now. We got to the finals. Okay, we're here now.
Yeah, and Giannis was hurt, so like I didn't even think Giannis. I thought he would maybe come back. Game 3, game 4, maybe. He came out game 1 playing, and he looked healthy. He's been looking healthy this whole series. So the Bucks, this their year, this their chance. All the other teams hurt. We in the finals. We need to go and win it this year.
Take advantage.
And Giannis is down there eating.
Hush, they're too small.
They too small. I'm telling you, he's killing them.
Killing them.
But Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton got to shoot the ball the way they did tonight. Giannis can't drop 40, and then Holiday dropped 12 and Middleton dropped 11. They got to both have at least 20 apiece too.
That's not going to cut it. That is not even close. That's not even going to begin to cut it. But Hush, what did you think of the young guys' performances tonight for Phoenix in this loss? Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Ayton.
Ayton was. What do you think? Ayton was there. Ayton was there. Ayton played well, but the rest of them disappeared. They wasn't out there. Cam Johnson had that little dunk, had a little reverse layup. He had a couple highlights, but that's about it. That's about it. And on defense, they were getting abused. They were getting abused on defense. They too small. And I noticed the Phoenix Suns really rely on that 3-point shot a lot. Like they count on them to go in. Like they like the Bucks shoot a lot of threes too, but the Bucks shoot a lot of twos. Like they live in the paint. Suns don't really too much live in the paint. They live and die off that 3-point ball. And they've been hitting them. They hit them the first 2 games. This game, they didn't hit them too well, and they lost by 20.
I mean, like CP3 and DeAndre.
Go ahead.
CP3 and DeAndre Ayton, they do that pick and roll really well. But that's not all they got when it comes to the paint. I mean, you take that away, you take away their main weapon.
And that pick and roll wasn't too successful tonight.
And you saw they struggled. But Hush,
that defense was all over them.
Hush, we forgot about a key piece in your stat. Jay Crowder was shooting that thing. Wasn't he like 7 for 8?
He was 6 for 7. He was focused. Focused.
If we talk about Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday needing to be consistent, we need to get Jay Crowder. I mean, we need to get on him a little bit more about that. No, he's inconsistent too.
He's inconsistent, but not that much. Like Jay Crowder gonna give you 3-4 threes a game, but the thing about him, he's very consistent with threes. That's all he do. As far as offense wise, he really ain't gonna give you too much. Just 3-point shooting. He was 6 for 7 from the field from the 3-point line, and that was all his shots. He only shot 7 threes. That was it. But that's his job on the team, and he does his job well.
But Hush, here's the thing. Jay Crowder, he's got a jumper. He just don't use it much. I mean,
and he's undersized. Giannis was abusing him down there. When he was trying to guard Giannis, it's easy. Barbecue chicken down there. They're undersized. Nobody can stop Giannis. They got to
Hush.
double
And
team him.
Hush. Giannis guard Jay Crowder. That's like a bear trying to a lamb guarding a bear. Jay Crowder's that lamb, and Giannis is that bear, and he is just forcing him. And Jay Crowder, he never stood a shot. It was bad.
It
And here's
was.
the thing, and they tried to put Aiden on him, and he was over there like, "You want some, Aiden? Come get some."
Could nobody
CP3
stop him.
even tried. They even tried to put CP3 on him, and CP3 was getting boy, and I was like, God bless. I was like, why are you gonna do that to poor CP3? And Devin Booker's like, I got it, and Giannis is like, oh, you want to try too? True, and he broke him, and got to the rim for a dunk.
All right, my
It
question
didn't
for
matter.
you, Austin. My question for
Mm-hmm.
you: who do you think is
Mm-hmm.
gonna win Game 4? And chat, y'all, let me know in the chat. Who do y'all think gonna win Game 4 though? After seeing what you've seen tonight, who do you think gonna win Game 4?
I think
Then
it's
I
gonna
tell
be
you who I think
close.
gonna win.
Hush, I think it's gonna be close,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the Bucks even this at 2 games apiece.
Mm. Okay. We got Redag say Bucks in 6.
Okay,
But
I
you
got
know you
Suns
know
in
who I you got Suns in how many?
7.
You know who I think gonna win Game 4?
Who?
The Phoenix Suns.
I got Suns in 7.
I
I feel
got
like Milwaukee
I got Suns in 5.
in 5. Hush, that
I
is
think
a
this next
bold.
game, I think this next game is gonna be an off game for both Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday. Giannis gonna drop
Mm-hmm.
40, but Chris
Mm-hmm.
Middleton and Drew Holiday gonna give you 15 apiece.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Booker
I got
gonna drop 25, 30. Chris Paul gonna drop 20. It's gonna be a bounce back game for Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, yeah. I think he gonna have 20. I think the Suns gonna win Game 4. Then I think they gonna win Game 5. Happy birthday,
mm-hmm.
SGA Shay, my boy. You got a good first name,
Mm-hmm.
Shay. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy happy birthday, SGA. But
What do you
hush,
think about that? Yeah, what do you think about that, Austin? Am I
what I think
tripping?
about that? No, I can see this series going one of two ways. Okay, are you are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
If okay, my first way I see this series going is if Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, and Giannis, if they outplay CP3, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton, Bucks are going to win this in 6. But if if it's the reverse, I still I've got the Suns in 5.
I'm just thinking. I'm not saying I hope this happens, but if I was a betting man, and I am, I bet on the
Mm-hmm.
Suns to win Game 4. I think Middleton and Drew Holiday gonna have off games, but I may be wrong. But we'll see Wednesday.
Now, hush. I'm thinking Bucks are going to even this at 2 games apiece. Like you said, the home atmosphere, the Bucks are they're feeling good. They want to keep it going. They think they realize that we're in the driver's seat. Let's go 2-2 back to Phoenix. They're feeling good. I think they keep it rolling game 4. I think this game's much closer. Much closer. I think Bucks win it 115 to 113.
Okay, I ain't mad at that.
What's your final score prediction?
Oh, I think it's gonna be 108 98. 108
108, 98.
98. Suns.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I agree with um. Now, Hush, would you be mad if we got like a low scoring defensive game and it's like 79-80? Would you be
Mm-mm.
mad at that?
I would mind. I would mind. I love defensive games anyway.
Like he just said, I hope it's a physical low scoring game. I love those
Exactly.
type. I love those type of games where
And
it's
if it come down
everyone.
to that, CP3, well, I don't know, because the Bucks more physical.
I mean,
But
a lot of people nowadays, Hush, like high scoring in the 120s, 130s. I don't like that.
well,
Poor,
you
poor
see these
Hush.
grays? Wait, look at these grays. Well, I'm old.
But
But go
see,
ahead,
Hush,
Austin.
I like these low scoring games where it's like 80-78. You know, like the Clippers Suns game 4 where it was 84-80. I love those kind of games. It shows who wants it more. Because anybody can have a great offensive night. What I'm investing in is the defense. Who wants it? Who
And
wants
what
to
I
get their
tell you,
fingernail?
defense wins games and rebounding wins championships. Y'all watch. When it all boils down to it, it's gonna be about defense and rebounding. That's gonna be the who wins and loses the game, who rebounds the ball at the end of the game. And the Bucks got the height
And
advantage. They got the big guys.
so, Hush, let me ask you, what are your 3 biggest takeaways from tonight's game?
Mm, my three biggest takeaways. One is what you mentioned, how the Suns look normal. Like they just been looking like a super team throughout these playoffs and throughout these finals. But tonight they look normal. That's one of my biggest takeaways. That's scary. If you're a Suns fan, you should be worried behind that. Number two takeaway, Drew Holiday. Like, I love Chris Middleton because I'm a shooter too. You know, I love shooters, and I think Chris Middleton got one of the prettiest forms, perfect shooting form in the NBA. Every time he shoot it,
Mm-hmm.
it looked like it's going in. And every time Drew Holiday shoot it, you like, man, I don't think this going in. But it go in. Drew Holiday got the heart of a champion. Like him and CP3 got the same heart. They got the same heart. Drew Holiday is a beast, very underrated. Second biggest takeaway from this game is the way Drew Holiday took over the game. Everybody's talking about Giannis is 41, but when the Bucks were up 20, Suns were coming back midway through the third quarter, and I was worried for the Bucks. I'm like, man, the Suns might come back and win this game. It's gonna be 3-0 series lead. But then Drew Holiday got that ball, step back three. And the step back is not the normal step back that everybody else do. That the pretty step back, it don't even look pretty. But he steps back and gets separation. He pulled up three. Well, bam!
It goes in.
Then he just caught the ball on the left wing and just heat check, just shot it from way out there. Well, bam! He's not scared to shoot the big shot. He don't care what he. I love Drew Holiday. He's gonna be the guy. Go ahead, Austin.
I'm going to tell you this, Hush. He don't have the prettiest of jump shots, Hush, but it goes in.
It's
And at
flicked.
the end of the
It's
day,
ugly. It looked like he gonna miss it every time he shoots. But he is
but it
hitting it.
doesn't.
That is his shot.
It doesn't matter, Hush. It's going in.
and
It
he
don't
is
matter how.
cooking. It ain't just set up wide open set shot threes. Like he got the ball and he's dribbling, stepping back, and shooting the three on them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Drew.
Working.
He is.
But my thing is though, like we said though, the Phoenix Suns, they're a young team. Do you think they'll be able to overcome this? Do you think this will get in their head too much? Or do you think they'll be like, okay, let's bury it, it's in the past, let's go to game 4?
It's in
You
their
know,
head a little bit, but I think they'll be fine. They got CP3, so they're gonna be fine. Like I mean,
because
CP3 gonna get them straight and get them back in line.
because Hush, they're a young team and they really haven't suffered defeat like that yet. So that's what makes me wonder, okay, this is where we find out how for real the Suns are, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
Like, can they handle versus? We're gonna find out how real they are. Like they've got hoopers. I mean, they've got a future Hall of Famer at point guard. They've got a future MVP candidate in Devin Booker. I mean, y'all should be able to put this game in the past, come out game 4, and be ready to play.
They should.
So,
But like I said, the Bucks they're gonna play totally different at home. And you seen what kind of energy they coming with. But can Drew Holiday hit those same shots he hit tonight? He's gonna have to hit them same shots.
mm-hmm. But like we did last stream, what are the 3 biggest needs for the Suns to win the next game?
I think Ezra got a great point, and that should be number 1 right there. Aiden can't get into foul trouble. He can't get in foul trouble early. That's the biggest guy on the Suns team. The Suns are small. They just got Sarek. That was their backup center /4, Sarek. It looked like he might be out for the rest of the series. What happened to him? Did he mess up his knee? Like the Suns' biggest guy is DeAndre Ayton, and if he's in foul trouble, it's gonna be eat time for the Bucks in the paint. They gonna eat.
Like he was tonight, Hush. Hush, the Bucks were down there like they were eating breakfast cereal. Eating. Okay, so what's the other 2 points that they need to do better?
Devin Booker.
Okay.
Devin Booker can't go 3 for 14 and score 10 points.
Mm-hmm. So, how many points do you think he needs to drop to make up for this game? 25?
30.
30?
They lost by 20. Okay. If he'd had 30, it'd been a tie game. So yeah, about 30, 25, 30.
Okay.
The Suns just got to have it close. Being the away team, it's going to be hard to just blow the other team out. I mean, they can blow the Bucks out, but if you're an away team, you just want to have the game close. When the game's in the 4th quarter, the game winding down, you just want to be in striking distance.
Mm-hmm.
Make the Bucks panic a little bit. Make them think. Make them work. They might panic, make some mistakes. That's how you can steal that game.
Be like a cobra, Hush.
That's it.
Be like a cobra. Be ready to pounce. Okay, what's your third thing they need to do better? Or need to win the game? So 8 needs to stay out of foul trouble. Booker needs a better performance. What do you think would be the 3rd ingredient in the soup, so to speak, to bring it all together?
That guy right there, Giannis. You got to try to stop him.
Okay.
You got to try to stop him. This man was just like he was just like singing the song off Wizard of Oz. He just going down the yellow brick road.
Mm-hmm.
It was too easy for him. He got 40 points off dunks and layups.
You're not wrong, Hush. You're not wrong.
And the thing is, in prior games, they would have like the wall set up against him. Like when he would drive to the rim, it'd be 3-4 people right there waiting on him. And it was tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes he was posting up on people. And the double team wasn't even coming over.
Nope.
Suns got to do a better job on defense, especially against Giannis. That's the team. You got to stop him.
Mm-hmm.
You got to make Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday hit shots.
Mm-hmm. But let me ask you something. If the Suns do not win this championship, is it fair for everyone to say they're frauds?
No.
No. I've heard that narrative been thrown around a lot. If the Suns don't win it, should we call them frauds?
The people who saying that are frauds. This is NBA. This is the NBA. The one thing, this ain't like football. Any team, any night can lose. Now, I would say the Suns are the better team, slightly, slightly. But the Bucks got, I say the Bucks got the best player in the finals from either team. Giannis is the best player on the floor. Can't nobody stop him.
It's hard.
And the thing is, the Suns are a better offensive team. But the Bucks are a better defensive team. And they got just enough offense. They're not all defense. They still got offense. But like someone said in the chat, Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday are inconsistent. Giannis going to give you 40 every night. Every night. But Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday got to at least score 20 for him. At least. So the real key for the Suns would be to shut down Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. Giannis going to get his 40, man. Let's try asking somebody to stop him. Asking Frank Kaminsky and Jay Crowder to stop Giannis Antetokounmpo is like telling me to stop a train at Crosstown in Tupelo, Mississippi. You're not going to stop it. But you can stop Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday. You can stop them too. You got to force them to make a play.
I mean, you're right, Hush. You're right. Stopping Giannis would be like stepping in front of a train. It's impossible.
It's impossible to stop him, but you got to make it tough for him. You got to put 2 or 3 on him every time. And they were trying. I'm not going to say the Suns wasn't trying to put 2 or 3 on him, but he was still scoring on them 2 or 3.
But Hush, like you're right. Giannis is a train. You're right, he is. And a lot of people, DeAndre Ayton talked about it in game 1. He said, I don't care if Giannis is 50% or 100%. When he bangs with you in the post, you're gonna feel it. Because he said, Giannis, he's like 1% of fat. He's like almost like made out of pure chiseled stone.
All muscle.
Like that. I don't even think that man even has 1% fat on him. I mean, look at him in that picture. He looks ripped. Like he could pick up a car. I mean, and that's hard too. And I don't know if you've seen it tonight or not. Like they were even grabbing him by his arm like this, trying to hold him down, and he still almost made his shots. Now, but here's the thing, Hush. I would ask you this: if you were the coach of the Phoenix Suns, would you do a hack and shack on Giannis and make him go shoot free throws?
No, I wouldn't do that. Not necessarily right now. Because Giannis, he was 13 for 17 from the line tonight. He was hitting them free throws. I would
Uh-huh.
I pull that at the house before I pull that away. They might try that game 5 or 7.
Uh-huh.
Especially game 7 if it comes down to it.
Uh-huh. Because they were talking about it on the pregame, like teams are doing, what they used to do to Shaq, like hacking him. And they said
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's time to start, treating Giannis like that because he hasn't been making free throws that much. But
They
here's the
gonna pull
thing
it
though.
out.
They go, but here's the thing though, Hush. If they do that and he starts making his free throws, then 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 you know you just
Mm-hmm.
screwed yourself.
Yeah.
But
But I take my chances putting Giannis at the free throw line.
so let me ask you this: if 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 you had to pick, would you rather have Chris Paul and Devin Booker or Giannis, Drew Holiday, and Chris Middleton in a game 7 for all the chips?
I take Chris Paul, man. Chris Paul and Devin Booker.
Like put the trios together. Let's say, for instance, this does go to 7. Are you taking the young, but also, you got that veteran? Are you taking Aiton, Booker, and Paul? Or are you taking the other three? Like, who are you taking?
I'm taking Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and Aiden. Because game 7 is gonna be in Phoenix too. I'm taking Chris
Mm-hmm.
Paul. I'm taking Chris Paul.
So, Hush, so what will have happened if the Suns win Game 4? What do you say would be the biggest key for them to win Game 4?
I'll
Like, what
tell you,
will have
they
happened?
win in game 4. What's gonna happen? Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton gonna have off night shooting. I don't think Drew Holiday gonna hit them same shots that he hit tonight. If he do, I may be wrong, but I doubt it. And Chris Middleton, he gonna do about the same thing he did tonight.
Uh huh.
About 16, 17, about the same
Mm-hmm.
thing. Giannis, he
Mm-hmm.
still gonna give you his 40, but he ain't gonna have no help.
No
And the
help.
Suns gonna sneak out there and they're gonna get that victory.
Mm-hmm. Now, but what if Devin Booker does
The
have
Bucks won
another?
the game.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Bucks badly. But what if Devin Booker has another bad game? Like then should as the Phoenix fans out there should they be panicking, like, or should it still be calm mode? Because there's always that what if. What if Booker goes 2 for 16 from the field, or and goes 0 for 7 for 3? Are you like panicking? Like, is the moment too big for him? Is it is it this? Is it that? Is it time? Like, if Phoenix loses Game 4, is it time to hit the panic?
No. If Phoenix loses game 4, if they lose game 4, there's no need to panic because the Bucks just did what they were supposed to do. The Bucks supposed to
Mm-hmm.
hold home court. Now,
So don't
I
hit
would
the
be
panic button.
no, they don't need to hit the panic button. No need to panic, but I would be concerned. Now, Devin Booker, on the other hand, I would be more surprised if Devin Booker shoots 2 back to back. If he has back to back poor shooting games, there's no
Mm-hmm.
way on God's green earth Devin Booker is going to have another shooting game like he had tonight. What was
Mm-hmm.
4 for 17? What was it? 3 for 14. There's no way in hell Devin Booker is going to go another game this series only hitting 3 jumpers. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
Some ain't
Now,
right.
but
Some ain't right about that.
mm-mm. Now, Hush. But
That
what if
look like
Phoenix
my
wins?
shooting numbers. Go ahead.
But Hush. But so reverse here. What if what if the Suns go down 3-1? I mean, what if the Bucks go down 3-1? Should they hit the panic?
Damn right.
Because because the teams that have been down 3-1 before have come back and won before. Like the announcer, the commentator said, 3-1, it's still hard to come back from, but it's not 3-0. If you're down 3-0, you've got to win 4 straight. 3-1, you've got to win 3. Still pretty difficult.
Yeah. And all I
But
gotta
do
do
you
is
think
take
the
it one game at a time.
But do you think the Bucks will hit the panic button if they don't win this home game?
Man, if they don't win this next home game, man, you're gonna see them looking depleted and defeated. If they lose this home game, it's gonna be like they lost the series from the Bucks team and all the fans in the arena. It's gonna be definitely time to panic if they down 3-1. And you got to go back to Phoenix, and that crowd gonna be ready to celebrate. They're gonna have the championship. They're gonna have the champagne bottles on ice already. That crowd gonna be crunk, loud. You're not gonna be able to hear each other calling plays. Yes, it's gonna be panic mode.
Now, but here's the thing, though. Now, let me ask you: should Phoenix this next game be playing like their backs are against the wall? Should
Damn
that be their
right.
mentality?
Yes,
Even though
sir.
they're up 2-1, do you think you should they should be playing with that mentality like my back's against the wall?
Yes. Yes, sir. And that's the way the Bucks gonna be playing too. Both of them, every game in the NBA Finals is important. So both of these teams are gonna be coming out like their backs against the wall. Both of them.
Mm-hmm. But which is more to you? Dangerous to you, a motivated Giannis or a motivated CP3? Which one's more dangerous to you?
That's
Like, who would
asking.
you not want?
I mean, that's like asking me which is more dangerous, a shark or a lion. They both equally as dangerous in their own different ways. Both
Okay,
a
so
motivated CP3 is dangerous, but it's like CP3 can only do so much physically. It's physically and it's mental with CP3. A motivated Giannis, I think, is a little more dangerous because, like, you seen what he was doing tonight, man. How he was snatching the ball out of Devin Booker's hand and just dunking the ball on him. I mean, it's just tough to stop that.
Hush.
But did you see CP3? Did you see CP3 out there cooking Giannis, hitting him with the him, and hitting a fadeaway on him? Like, he was cooking him.
But hush. So, there's this famous thing going around how, the picture where LeBron in Boston, when he was facing elimination, how he looked up and he kind of had like that death stare.
Yeah.
You remember that picture?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, what would you think, Hush, if Giannis looked up at you like that, or CP3 looked up at you like that? What would be going through your mind? Like, if
I'm
you're
finna
putting
get
yourself
scolded on.
like, that's the thing. Like,
Either
do
way,
you
though, you're
think?
gonna get scored on either way. Do you want to get crossed over and a jumper in your face, or do you want to get ran over and dunked on? How do you want it?
Because Hush, either way would be bad. You're gonna make Sports Center either way.
But
You're
see,
gonna
the
make
thing
Sports.
is, it ain't about them two. It's about the supporting cast. We focus on the superstars, but these championships are not won. Well, they're won by CP3 and Giannis, but it's about the team. It's about the people you don't talk about too much. It's about the Jay Crowders, the Cameron Paynes, the Cameron Johnsons, the Pat Conagans, the Chris Middletons, the PJ Tuckers.
I don't know if you saw it or not, but Pat Connaughton tonight, he was out there diving for loose balls, saving them. I mean, he had a beautiful drop off to Chris Middleton in that third quarter. It was beautiful.
He played great.
It was
and that's
beautiful.
what it's about. That's what it's about.
Team.
It's about your supporting cast, because CP3 and Giannis can't do it by themselves. They need help.
So after seeing 3 games, Hush, and after seeing 3 games, if you're the Bucks, are you feeling confident, or you still feeling like we could do better after 3 games? And same
Mm-hmm.
goes for Phoenix after 3 games. Are you feeling confident? Are you feeling like we still got work to do?
If I'm the Bucks, I'm feeling like we still got work to do because the Bucks got to take care of business at home. They got to win at home. If you're
Mm-hmm.
Phoenix, you should still feel confident because all you got to do is win one. Hey, you lost game 3, it's over with, but we still got game 4. If they can sneak and win game 4, they got the series right back in control. The Bucks should be
Mm-hmm.
playing with more desperation right now. I mean, they're down 2-1. But if they win this next game, the series is back 0-0. And they have the momentum going back to Phoenix. And with that momentum, they can go in there and sneak and win that game 5. This series is not gonna get started until a road team wins. When a road team
But
wins, that's when the oh shit moment's gonna happen. Uh-oh.
but Hush,
Okay.
but Hush. Okay, so which bench needs which bench do you think needs to perform better? Like, do you think Phoenix's bench needs to step up more, or the Bucks bench? Like, which bench do you think needs to step up more
The
if they're going to
Bucks.
win it? The Bucks bench.
Phoenix bench been playing decent game 1 and 2. Bucks bench stepped up tonight. They're gonna have to step up again game 4. They're gonna have to
Mm-hmm.
step up again. Bobby Porter's gonna have to do the same thing he did tonight, give him that energy. Use his height, get on them boards, get them putbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So you think Phoenix's bench is good? They're doing their job, or do
They
you
did
think
their
they need
job
to?
game 1 and 2. They wasn't not too much tonight. Not too much tonight. But 1 and 2,
So
they
game
did
4 they
good.
need.
Everybody had an
So
off
game.
game for Phoenix. I mean, you're entitled to an off game.
Mm-hmm. Like, we don't need to blister them, but
Like,
okay. So
especially what's his name? Mikal Bridges, 2 for 4. 2 for 4, 4 points. How many points did
mm-hmm.
he have game 1? And you were talking about that.
uh
We were talking about that. He had about 30, didn't he? Let me
uh
go back. When was game 1?
Tuesday. It was Tuesday.
Okay, yeah. Let me look at that. Look, how many Mikal Bridges scored Tuesday?
'Cause he's
Oh,
for the
14. He had 14. He had 14 Tuesday. And
Mm-hmm.
when was game 2 was Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the games he exploded, didn't he? Or am I mistaken? Yeah,
I
game
think it
2
was
he
that.
had 27.
Yeah. That I
Mm-hmm.
was thinking it
And
was
Devin
either.
Booker had 31.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's a
Mm-hmm.
huge difference. How you go from 27 points game 2 to 4 points game 3? See there?
That's Chris Middleton.
Mm-hmm. And see, I think that's gonna change game 4. He only shot
Like,
4 shots game 3, but in game 2 he shot 15. Something ain't right. Something ain't right.
mm-hmm. But
Appreciate it,
Hush,
Damage.
good stuff. Thank you, Damage. But Hush, I want to ask you this, and the chat can chime in on this too. What, who do you think legacy is more at stake? Is it Giannis's, or is it CP3's? Whose legacy will be more solidified? I know this might be an obvious question, but I've heard some people say Giannis's legacy is kind of, yeah, in there too, you know. But let me ask you, who do you think his legacy will be if they win this championship? They're set in stone. and the chat can get in on this too.
CP3. I think it's CP3.
You don't
Simply because of age. Giannis got more years ahead of him and more opportunities to win in the NBA Finals. This might be CP3's last hurrah. This might be his first and last time to make it to the NBA Finals.
So you think Giannis is going to be back here eventually?
Yes, multiple times.
Because Hush, I don't want to disrespect the Bucks, but the East is starting to come along now. You know, the East used to be known as the conference that LeBron ran. Now the East is wide open. You know, the Hawks are going to be better next year. The Nets are going to be, you know, what they are. I mean, the Celtics, I think, will be better. The Toronto Raptors, I think, will be better.
And guess who else going to be better?
Who?
The Milwaukee Bucks. And Giannis going to be better. Man, this going to take his confidence through the roof. Just making it this far.
Now, Hush, how much better do you think the Bucks can get, though? They've given Giannis everything.
Man, Giannis got so much potential. Man, he need to let me coach him in the offseason. Giannis be shooting his fade away like he's shooting it over his right shoulder. But it's like he doing a full fadeaway. Like he backing this guy back and he's spinning and shooting off, over his right shoulder, shooting a fader. Giannis need to develop a KD/Dirk fader. And he need to post up on the left side of the floor. On the left side. So he can the right side. I say the right side of the floor. Go ahead.
Hush. You know how lethal Dirk Nowitzki's one-legged fader jumper is? LeBron James.
That's the only move Giannis need in his game. A Dirk fader. A fader where you just he's not posting up with his back to the defender. He's posting up with that right shoulder to the defender, dribbling with his left hand. So he can push off a little bit, step back on the left foot, and shoot the fader. He's already right there at the rim. Sometimes he don't need to get right to the rim. The defense is right there. Just give him a little dribble, push off, step back, shot. Free throw line. Step in front of the free throw line.
Hush, you realize if Giannis gets a jumper, he won't be stopped.
Mm-hmm. He don't need the jumper. He just need the Dirk fader. That's all he need.
And Hush, and here's the thing. He's coming along with those threes too, he's coming along. I mean, he's still getting there.
That's what I'm telling you.
But
he's only gonna get better. And his confidence is getting higher and higher. And he's realizing, he already realized that can't nobody stop me. They can't stop me one-on-one. And if he mess around and develop that Dirk fader, it is over with.
OVER. Over, Hush. But another quick question. Okay? So, we were talking about are the Suns frauds and all this. If the Milwaukee Bucks don't win the finals, what would we consider them frauds? Or are they like the Suns?
Nah, the Bucks legit. They legit, man. They just it's just their year. Like if the Nets were healthy, the Bucks probably wouldn't have been in the finals this year. It'd probably be the Nets.
It would be close. It'd be close.
I don't think it would have been close. Did they go to how many games did they go? Did they go 7 or 6?
Yeah, they went to 7. 7.
They went 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
And Kyrie was hurt by 3 or 4. Yeah. James Harden had a bum hamstring or quad, one of them. It was just basically KD by himself. And they still went 7.
But here's the thing, though, Hush. The net Kyrie played games 1 and 6.
I'm saying, I
He
mean,
injured.
and Giannis was all over KD, and the Bucks defense, PJ Tucker was giving them fits out there.
Mhm.
So they still be confident going into the next year, feeling that they can beat the Nets.
Mhm. So, so Hush,
And
as it
guess
stands
what?
right now.
Kyrie and James Harden probably gonna be hurt next year when they play them again.
So Hush, let me ask you, who has had a tougher road to the finals? The Bucks went through Miami, Brooklyn,
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta.
And
Phoenix went through
that was a sweep, game 7,
7 games
6
in Game
games. What?
6.
Okay, Suns were 6 games,
Lakers, Nuggets, Clippers. 6 games,
6
sweep,
sweep.
sweep, 6. So who had a tougher path? Like, like I saw that I was listening to um oh something on ESPN, and they were debating who had the tougher road to get here. I think it's about even. Hush.
I'm thinking the
Be
same
honest with
thing. Yep, me too.
it's about even. I think it's about even. I don't think you could really say one had a tougher path than the other. I mean, okay, so let's break it down real quick. For Phoenix, they played the Lakers and beat them in 6. So they beat LeBron and what were we gonna say? 80% probably,
Yeah, 75, 80.
which that's still a
AD
danger.
was AD wasn't at all. He wasn't even out there. He couldn't. He wasn't a factor.
And then you got Denver, which they sweep, who had no Jamal Murray, but as you
None.
said, injuries do play a factor sometimes. So that's not
And
Phoenix's fault.
and Aaron Gordon, golly, man, you're not that guy. Well, I thought you was that guy, man.
I
But
guess
go
he's
ahead.
not.
He's not that guy, man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And then the LA Clippers, they beat in 6. We covered that series
Mm-hmm.
in the post games.
Without Kawhi,
Okay, so I say on a scale 1 to 10, that's about a 7. What do you think on the
I agree
toughness?
with
About
that.
a 7.
I agree with that.
Okay, then Milwaukee, they beat the Miami Heat in 4. I don't even think the Miami Heat even came to play that series.
Mm-mm.
Then they
Easy
then
work.
they took the net, and then they took on the Nets. That was a 7 game series. It took everything
Mm-hmm.
they had, and then they took on Trey Young and the Hawks and beat them in 6.
Mm. And but Giannis got hurt too.
Okay, what? So, so the does that say more about the Hawks or the Bucks then? If we're breaking it down, who had the tougher road?
Well, because Trey Young got hurt too. Man, these injuries are a key part of this because if Trey Young wouldn't have got hurt, the Hawks man would have beat the Bucks. The
I say
Bucks couldn't
Hush.
stop Trey Young.
So Hush, I'm gonna say they're either. If I had to say who had a tougher road, if they put it put it to me and said you got to pick one, I'm thinking the Bucks had a tougher road
Slightly, slightly,
slightly.
due to the fact that
I
their
mean,
best player went down and they had to get to the finals without him.
mhm. Now, but do you think if say Giannis missed, I don't know, if Giannis missed game 1 and 2 of this series, do you think the Bucks would have would have beaten the Suns?
Because they lost them games anyway. But that was good for Giannis just to be out there, getting his win back, getting back in game shape.
Mm-hmm.
So, but man, so if Giannis wouldn't have played game 1 and game 2, and they probably wouldn't have won game 3.
Hmm. Now, Hush, when I don't know if you heard this or not, but many people thought when he went down, he tore his ACL off of his bone. That was everyone's fear that it came completely off the bone because the X-rays weren't looking good at first. And
Bruh.
but and that's the thing. Like, do we know if that man is human? The
Mm-mm.
doctor, a professional doctor, said it looks like your ACL is torn completely off your bone, and he's out there jumping and running, shooting it like he never left.
So you saying we might need a drug test him, give him a DNA test? It might be like Men in Black. He's an alien in a Giannis suit. The way that man's leg bent back, you're saying that a doctor said it looked like his ACL came off the bone. The report
Mm-hmm.
I seen was there was no structural damage to his knee. Nothing was wrong with his knee.
Uh-huh.
Amazing. Nothing showed up. All X-rays were negative.
Well, Hush, and here's the thing too. That was when they first took him back to the locker room, and
Okay.
and that's what I was saying. But yeah, I saw the same report as you. Yeah, the doctor said nothing was wrong. I was just saying their fear was that it was a torn ACL. Is what I was getting across to you. That it could have been that.
That's what it looked like to me. But
I
it was
wasn't
just a
saying that was his.
hyperextended knee.
I wasn't saying that was his injury, but I was just
Okay.
saying that
Okay.
was
Okay.
their
Okay.
fear. That
Yeah.
was their
Okay. Okay.
fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
like you, when I saw that report, I don't know about you, but my jaw dropped to the floor. I'm like, how in the blue moon is this man even human? Do we need to? Do we need to check you to make sure no one took over your body? Make sure no one of the Toon Squads didn't jump in your body like they did in that Space Jam movie to those NBA
Listen,
legends.
I was surprised when I seen the reports come back that there was no structural damage done to his knee. No, I was surprised a little
Hmm.
bit, but I was like, okay, it's Giannis. What really surprised me when he came back and played game 1.
And he looked completely fine.
Yes, that's
Like
what
nothing.
surprised me. That's
Looked
why I was
like
like, oh,
nothing.
okay, and I'm starting to side eye Giannis now. I'm like, man, that he might be an alien.
Back like back Hushby and back like Chris Paul when he injured his shoulder. Hush, it was, and Chris Paul, he shook it off too. Hush, I think there was some aliens in their bodies, or
Listen,
something, because Chris Paul had a bad injury too. When he went down on his shoulder,
yeah.
their fear was he tore his rotator cuff because he couldn't hardly move it at first.
Do you know how in shape you got to be in the NBA?
You probably
These
got it.
people are in tip top shape. The injuries they go through would have me missing work for a month. And I'm up here complaining like why they ain't playing. Like they go through a lot. And they in tip top shape so they can recover quickly and they got the best people working on them.
And here's the thing, Hush. I don't know if you've ever seen it or not. Have you ever seen their diet routine? It's like strict. Like like LeBron and Katie and all them, they got like a strict diet.
Yeah.
Like some of them are even vegan. Cut all meats out, all
Mm-hmm.
fats,
Chris
and
Paul, I
some
think
of them.
he's all plant based.
That's why he looks so good and in shape. That's why he's playing. How old is he? 36,
Yeah,
35,
something like that. Yeah, yeah.
and he looks like he could play another 8 years.
Because he takes care
And
of
that's
his body.
mhm. And Hush, And I don't know if I just wonder what Giannis eats.
Man, these
Sometimes.
guys got personal chefs. They got personal chefs. They
I
working
mean,
out every day and they eating the best foods. Perfect meals to get them right to keep their body right. They ain't eat McDonald's like us. Subway, they might eat some Subway. They eating the best stuff possible. Chris Paul plant-based.
hmm they are. But like I know, like LeBron, like why his body's in such good shape is because he's all plant based too. He doesn't do no fats and all that.
They said
Like I
LeBron got
think that's
like a Michael Phelps diet. I heard LeBron has one of the worst diets ever. He eating French toast, topping it off with syrup everywhere. This Taco Tuesday every day, every Tuesday at Bron house.
But here's the thing though, Hush. Now do you think though that later on in Giannis's career, do you think that knee's gonna come back to haunting?
Oh man, I hope not. But the way he plays, like Ayana, he plays kind of rough. He takes a beating out there, really.
Like I don't know if you saw the back of his shoulder, but he had like a big cut down it from where he got scratched. I think in game one.
But I think he'll
That's
be
why.
fine. I hope. He's a Greek freak, man. I mean, I hope his knees are fine. I think his knees gonna be fine. I don't think he'll come back and haunt him. I
Because
ain't even gonna
that's the
put
thing,
that in the
Hush.
atmosphere.
Because that's the thing. Like Chris Paul, like we didn't even know he had a torn patella in his hand until get. I think what Tuesday he said my hand is not quite right. I think I got some torn. Did you hear about that?
Mm-mm. I didn't.
He came out. He came out and said he has a torn patella in his shooting hand, and that man's still out there hooping.
Yeah, everybody dealing with some little nagging injury this late in the season. In the finals, everybody hurting a little bit.
I don't know if
Everybody.
Devin Booker. Hush, I don't know if you've seen it lately, but Devin Booker. I don't know if his nose is straight or not, but it looks like it's getting better.
No, that thing is
Speaking of,
broke. Salute to you, John Wick. That nose broke.
what's up, John? I mean, he did take it. Take it. I mean, how much you how much you think that's going to cost to repair that?
Oh man, he got it. He got it. He ain't worried about that right now. Devin Booker worried about his shots going in. That's what he worried about now. But I'm about to get on
I
out of
mean,
here, Austin.
Hush,
We
it's
got
going
any
to make it.
you got any closing words? I'm about to get on out of here, man. About to give me
Okay,
something to eat, man.
I
I'm
don't want to keep.
hungry.
I am too. I got to get me something to eat too. I'm
I'm about to
hungry
smash.
too.
But yeah, give me some closing
But
words, man. Give me your closing thoughts, man. What do you want to leave the people with?
Hush, I'd like to thank you for allowing me this platform. I enjoy chopping it up with you, and I'm going to be here as long as you allow me to be. And I look forward to seeing you for Game 4 Wednesday.
I'll be right here. And damn it, Austin, you
Mhm.
always welcome here, man.
Because I enjoy chopping up with you. The chat's always good. I mean, we got a good atmosphere going here, Hush. You
Mm-hmm.
got a good community going.
That's what we're trying with. We're just
But
gonna build it up, build.
but you know, I'm gonna get out of here and go get me something to eat too. I'm hungry too. But I would like to say God bless to everybody and have a wonderful night.
Salute to you,
What was you
Austin.
gonna say?
I
What
was
was you
gonna
gonna
say,
say,
I,
Hush?
I said, I see that Dallas Cowboys shirt you got on, man. Shout out to Dak Prescott from Mississippi State.
Got his money. hmm
Got his
So,
bread.
Hush, and I didn't know this real quick. He was the first player out of out of Mississippi to come out of a Mississippi college to get paid big time money. I didn't know this. Do y'all not produce good players or what
No,
from there?
oh no. Well, don't forget about Chris Jones. Shout out to my boy Chris Jones. He's a Super Bowl champion.
Who
Chris Jones from the Kansas City Chiefs. He didn't get his
is
money.
he a Is he a bulldog or is he a rebel?
He was a Bulldog. Now the Rebels, now they don't produce it. Now old school. Whoa. You know DK Metcalf?
Oh yeah, my bad. I do, Hush. I do. My bad. He's an Ole Miss Rebel. How did we forget about him?
How did I forget about? I'm tripping. DK and AJ Brown for the Tennessee Titans.
They are Ole Miss Rebels. That's right.
Talk
They
to
went to Ole
me,
Miss together.
Austin. Yes, they did.
I think they went together the same year, and they went to the NFL
They
draft the same year
did.
too, didn't they?
They did. They did.
But could you think of
DK finna get
anybody
his money.
else?
Chris Jones about to get his money. Anybody from Ole Miss? Deuce McAllister. This is going way back. But do you remember Deuce McAllister? Used to running back for the New Orleans Saints. Ole Miss.
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss.
He was a rebel.
He was a rebel.
Hush, I know there was a lot of Bulldogs that are in the NFL. Now, if we're talking NBA, I don't. How many Mississippi players are in the NBA off the top of your head, real quick? I don't think they produce much basketball, do they?
No. The only guys from Mississippi that I know who went to the league and did something was Travis Outlaw from Starkville, Mississippi. Monte Ellis. Curry took his spot. Monte Ellis, straight out of Jackson Lanier, was the truth and still is the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And Rodney Hood.
He's a Mississippi guy.
I don't know if he's from Mississippi, but he went to Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
He may have transferred at one point, but I know he played at Mississippi State at one time.
Because when you look at a lot of the players in the NBA, a lot of times you hear either Duke, Kansas, Kentucky, Michigan State. You don't hear a lot of Mississippi.
Listen, I got one thing I'm going to leave you with, Austin. I want you to look this up on YouTube. If I can think of this guy's name, Henderson. This guy from, hold on. Henderson? Marshall Henderson. This is who I want you to look up. This guy right here.
I've heard of him.
Want you to, Marshall Henderson. This guy right here. This when Curry was, doing this thing and coming up. This guy, Marshall Henderson. He went to Ole Miss. Henderson. Type his name in on YouTube and look at his highlights. He was shooting the ball like from half court down there from Ole Miss. Was shooting the cover off that ball. He didn't make it to the league, but he ended up playing overseas and I think a Saudi Arabia basketball league over there. And I think they won a championship over there. But look up some Marshall Henderson highlights. And in the league right now, don't forget Terrence Davis III. Played for the Raptors. Terrence Davis III, number 0 from the Raptors. Ole Miss.
Didn't he get traded?
I think so.
I think he got traded to the Magic. Or he got traded to
I think the Kings or Magic, something like that. But he a hooper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hush. But Hush, there ain't many Mississippi players.
Ain't many. But I'm going to tell you one thing. It's some hoopers down here in Mississippi, man. I'm telling you, I can put a squad together of some folks right here in this area where I'm at. I ain't even got to go far. You give me 15 miles. Don't give me 30. Just give me 15 miles each direction I can go and I can pick players from. I only have a 15-mile radius to work with. I can come up with some hoopers. and we'll swag anybody on YouTube. Anybody. Don't make me. I'm gonna get Willie Andre Cruder off the bat. I'm getting G-Rab. I'm getting KB. I'm getting Mike P. Who gonna beat us? And I can't think of this one guy name, man. This one guy. Before I let you go, also, I'm gonna tell you this one story, and because everybody got a story like this, and this is what I think my calling. Well, I ain't gonna say, well, not this guy in particular, but it was this guy. He's from Oklahoma, Mississippi. This the coldest dude I ever seen on a basketball court. He about 6'8", 6'9", can shoot set shots from a step in front of half court wetter than that thing, and had post game and a dunk on you. But he just never made it to the next level. I can't think of his name though. Another guy you can look up that was cold from Shannon, Mississippi. Courtney Fales. He played at NC State a few years back, about a decade ago. Cold, man. It's been some cold players out of Mississippi, but they just never made it to the next level, man.
Quick question, Hush. Not
and Al Jefferson, I think he's from Mississippi. Go ahead, go ahead, Austin. Go ahead.
Where did Steven go to college at? I've always been curious. Where did he go to college at?
Pitt.
Because I was thinking they were talking about it tonight, like because Steven Adams came up in conversation, and I started wondering. I was like, where did he go to college? They don't talk about his college much.
And Steven, in his book, that was his worst years of basketball. It's his college years. He hated his college years.
Hush, I know he didn't go to like Duke or nothing. I know he wasn't highly recruited. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know he was Division 3 to 2, or if he made it to 1.
Oh, he's D1. Pitt D1 now.
Pitt is D1. But Game 4, Wednesday at 9. I hope to see you there. And there I've got the Bucks winning. I think it's going to be 2-2. And the pressure cooker is going to be on Phoenix for Game 5.
Well, I think it's going to be the Suns. And we'll see who's right.
Mm-hmm. But you have a good night. And God bless, Hush.
God bless you, Austin. Appreciate you stopping by, brother. It's my boy Austin right there, man. Always in the building, always letting it be known what's on his mind. Austin, they say you're a fine gentleman. It's my dog, man. Austin always stopping through. Appreciate everyone stopping through the chat and showing what and giving us a little piece of what's on their mind. And I seen a comment back here, and I forgot to mention it. And it was about Steve-O. You know, what's your thoughts on Steven Adams' contract year trade? I don't know, man. I hope they don't try to trade my boy Steven. But if he does get traded, which is a possibility, this is the NBA. Hopefully he get traded to a winning team. But I want Steven. Steven, call me. Call me, dog, so we can work out together, man. I need to be working on your offensive game. I need to be Steven's trainer. I promise you he'll be right. I promise you. Man. But again, appreciate y'all stopping by the chat, man. God bless you, Austin. God bless each and every one of y'all, man. Hope you had a great weekend. Like I said, let me show you real picture I took real quick, man. I'll show you just a little preview. I said, we had some family time this weekend. Like I was supposed to be here with y'all for for the corner fight, but the Wi-Fi was trash down there. But look at me and Baby Hush. Look at me and Baby Hush right there. Look. That is cuteness. That is cuteness. Boy, she love her daddy. Boy, she love her daddy. And baby, I love you too. Good God Almighty. If he gets traded, will you still cover the payers? Probably not. I go wherever Steven goes, but I'll touch base on him, but it won't be as much. I go wherever Steven goes. But one thing I got to get, I'm gonna get more interactive with y'all now that I know how this stream y'all working. I can just hop on, go live. I want to cover more basketball, period. I got to cover everything. But I probably won't cover the Pels as much, but I will cover them. But again, I appreciate y'all stopping by the chat, man. It's been a great stream. Hope y'all enjoyed it. If you did, I'll be back Wednesday after game 4. As soon as game 4 is over with. Well, I'm not as soon as game 4 is over because I'll be at work. I get off at 11 p.m. my time, which is Central Time. Get home. As soon as I get home, I'm going live. So around about midnight, 12:30 my time. So, after the game, you get you a little snack, roll one up, whatever you need to do. Then just get ready, come back here, and we'll go live. How about that? Exactly. Pat Meat. Y'all have a good night, good day, wherever y'all at. I'm in Mississippi right now. It is 1:38 a.m. I'm about to eat. Get ready to go to sleep. But in the meantime, in between time, y'all be cool like y'all be cool, man. This is Hush Boy. And I am out this thing, man. Love y'all. Take care of yourselves and each other. And I'm out this thing, man.